around just before 8 o'clock last night, Fairfax County, through Democratic operatives, by the way, announced that they were delayed in counting and reporting their early vote totals. Now, given what happened in 2020, Fairfax County had said, listen, we are going to announce the results of the early votes, the tally of early votes by 8 o'clock. They did not do that in 2020. It was very late. That's part of what the problem was in Virginia last year, is that it took so long to announce these early vote tallies. Well, they said, we're going to announce it by 8 o'clock. It gets close to 8 o'clock, and Fairfax County says, well, actually, we're not going to hit this deadline. We haven't counted all of these. We can't announce this yet. They said they didn't have an idea of how long it would still take them. It was undetermined. That's shady thing number one. Then a few minutes after that, Terry McAuliffe's campaign, and I don't know why it was Terry McAuliffe's campaign. Why was this coming from the Democrats versus coming from, the county perhaps, or the election officials themselves? Why this came through the Terry McAuliffe campaign is a question that we should have answered. But after the original announcement in Fairfax County that they were going to be delayed in counting the tally of early votes, Terry McAuliffe's campaign said that a certain number, they did not name the number, a certain number of early votes that came in Fairfax County were going to have to be rescanned. Okay. This seems shady. Why did they have to be rescanned? Were they not counted properly the first time? If your buzzer doesn't go off, your suspicion buzzer, if everything is not saying warning, warning, something not right here, then maybe it's because you weren't paying attention last year in the election. But this is really, really shady. This is exactly what happened in 2020, where early votes were recounted or their tally was delayed in being announced. And this is where we got into the middle of the night nonsense, where the chain of ownership of those ballots last year, that there wasn't a clear chain of ownership, so we didn't know if they'd been corrupted. This is what the Democrats were teeing up in the state of Virginia last night in Fairfax County, because Fairfax County is the largest population of voters in the state of Virginia, the largest concentrated population of voters in the state of Virginia. So what was the Terry McAuliffe campaign planning? It seems to me that they were waiting to see how many votes they were going to lose by, to see how many of these ballots needed to be rescanned and come out in Terry McAuliffe's favor. This is why, even as we celebrate this victory, we revel in the victory, we praise God that critical race theory has been defeated in the state of Virginia, why we don't stop fighting for just a moment. Because if we do not push with all of our might for election integrity laws, if we do not secure our elections against fraud and mismanagement and chaos, then what happened in 2020 is going to happen again.